Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here, bringing you another audio commentary from the 2009 ever OSL. This is going to be day 4. This is going to be Yarnc versus Zero on El Nino, one of the newer maps coming out this season for the OSL. And yeah, mostly there were a lot of mirror matchups played today. Pusan versus Movie, this game, Calm versus Effort, and Type versus Quandra. All of them are mirror matchups. And I was thinking about commentating maybe a couple others because Calm versus Effort, a couple big names. Pusan versus Movie could have been pretty entertaining, but just couldn't get myself to go and commentate that many mirror matchups. So I'm just gonna do this one because, well, I love Zero, and I think that he will come out ahead on this for a couple reasons. I mean, I am a fan of his. I think that he is actually a better ZVZer than Yarnc, and Zero's been on an absolute tear recently over the last month or so. So I'm gonna be favoring Zero. I don't know, I'd say pretty heavily actually in this matchup. Both these players are actually under 50% in their versus Zerg, but I think Zero's losses, he's got a lot of losses to Jaedong and Quandra that came over the course of like 3 days. So yeah, if you take out that one weekend of play or something like that, he's going to be over 50%. So I think he's overall pretty solid ZVZ. And over the last month or so, he's been playing very, very well. Just trying to take a look at who the ZVZs he's beaten recently. I mean, he's beaten Savior, Hiva, Odin, and Hyun, and he lost to Effort on Moonglaive. So I mean, he's been doing pretty well this month. Well, I guess last month, November. And Yarnec's been middling around in ZVZ. He's never been a great ZVZer. He's had a couple very entertaining ZVZs, I will say, especially the one with his brother Luxury on Battle Royale from last season's Winners League, I think, or maybe season 2, I don't, or round 2, I don't remember which one, but they had a very, very entertaining game on Battle Royale. Went like 30 minutes ZVZ, absolutely epic. And but this map is going to be El Nino. We've got Yarnc in the bottom left in purple, and Zero in the bottom right in blue. So this is a 3-prime map. The other map is at the other position is at the 12 o'clock position, and obviously no one's going to be there. And the two players are actually going to scout each other early and right off the bat, so no one's going to be getting any sort of advantage. So that's very nice. And rush distances on this map, I don't think they're that long. They're not very, very short. They're not very, very long either. But I don't think that I'm going to expect that both players will probably be going more for expansionary builds than rush builds. I could be wrong. We'll see about that, but that's just my my little take on it, my assumption based on the map. I'm gonna go try and see if I can figure out what the rankings are right now for this in the OSL. See how close both these players are to getting out of their group. Actually, it does look like Yarnc's gonna be going for a 9 pull, so I take that back. I guess he's gonna be going for an early rush, and or it could be quick to meatless as well. It could be going for the fast layer. And for Zero, we're going to see a 12 something. The Overlord's already out. We're going to see either a 12 pool or a 12 hatch. If it's the 12 hatch, it'll be very, very sad. And it looks like it's going to be a 12 pool, so that's nice. The 12 pool versus the 9 pool, obviously Zero is going to have a huge advantage right now. He's going to have a 3 drone economical advantage, so that's about 33% more economy, which is ridiculously advantageous when you really think about it. And both players are getting their extractors up as well, so I don't think he's going to be late in terms of speedlings at all either. So yeah, right now I gotta think that Zero's got in a very, very nice spot. He's got the build order, huge build order advantage. You see the 6 Zerglings morphing right now for Yarnc as well, but I just don't think that this is going to work. I don't think the distances are close enough for him to really come away with this at all. But we'll see what kind of damage he's able to do, if he's able to pull it off at all. We've got the spawning pool almost completed for Zero as well, and as soon as that spawning pool comes out, I'm sure we'll see the Zerglings pop out. The expansion is going down right now as well, and at that point, it's going to be very, very close, whether or not Yarnc can get over there in time. But I just don't think he's going to be able to do it. Just my personal belief is that he's just not going to be able to do it right now. And we are seeing the Zerglings heading down, that they are going down. This is going to be pretty dang close, pretty darn close. And we've got Zerglings coming out now for Zero, and this entire ploy by Yarnc is going to be completely foiled. He's going to see the Zerglings, he's going to see the Hatcher, and he knows right now that he's in a huge disadvantage. He's seen this, and actually I'm sure he saw this before with his Overlord, but now he's even more confirmed just what in a bad spot he is. He's going for that early layer as well. I'm going to try and get to meatless before Zero can, and hopefully maybe do some damage that way. And I didn't get a chance to see Zero's hatchery. Did he morph it into a layer yet? He may actually, we'll see. If he hasn't gone for that layer yet, he might actually be, yeah, he's not going for the layer yet, and he is being a little bit delayed here, just through naturally how it goes since he went for that hatchery first. we may actually see him go for a lot of speedlings early and throw down an evolution chamber and a couple of creep colonies, because off of one hatchery it's unlikely that Yarnc will be able to get enough Mutalisk out that he can really easily micro against a spore colony or two. So that type of build can be very, very effective for Yarnc, or for Zero here. And Zero's gonna look at this ramp, gonna maybe think about going up, but he's gonna see the very nice concave by Yarnc, and he's not. We'll see if he can keep building up lots and lots of Zerglings. Oh, nice job picking off one Zergling. If he can just keep doing this, if he can just keep picking off one Zergling here and there, and actually finding a spot where Yarnc Zerglings are not covering each other, actually also doing a lot of damage to that Zergling as well, and forcing Yarnc to micro as much as possible. Second hatchery coming down now for Yarnc as well. And so we are going to see some 2-hatch Muta off of one gas though, so he's not going to be able to get Mutalisk off of both hatcheries. It's going to be half Mutalisk and half Zerglings approximately, and we've got a counter concave going down at the bottom of the ramp for Zero, so both players are going to be just harvesting around, just going to be messing around right at this ramp, and it's a bad position for Yarnc because now he can't really use his Zerglings to go harass Zero at all until he gets Mutalisk out and can force these Zerglings back. And the Spire is almost complete now for Yarnc, so Zero's going to have to respond pretty shortly in terms of getting his anti-air up as well. He's getting his Spire up now, but that's going to be late. He really needs to. He's going to have to get an Evolution Chamber and a Spore Colony or two out now. And I haven't seen the Evolution Chamber. There's the Evolution Chamber, so some creep colonies, one creep colony at each base should probably be enough to handle it, as long as it's well placed to cover all of the mineral patches. He should be okay here. We see one creep colony going down at the natural expansion and a not really at a place to defend the mineral line, so that's going to be more for a creep colony than for or for a second colony than for a spore colony. And here we got the first Mutalisk already out. They're going to pick off this Overlord right now. The Zerglings for Zero also pulling back. And now is the moment of truth for Yarnc. How much damage can he really do right now? He's got to counter. He's got to get some damage done right here. He's just so far behind in terms of economy right now. You can it's going to be tough for him. We got a couple creep colonies. The spore colony is coming up at both bases, so he should be well covered. The southern area of his main mineral lines is not covered, though, so that could end up being a problem for him. We got 2 spore colonies and 1 second colony at the natural, 1 spore colony at the main, and 3 Mutalisks in the air, so they might be able to pick off a couple drones here. They're a little bit of a mistake, I think, by Zero placing that spore colony in his main where he did. It will protect his gas drones, I think, more effectively, but he probably should have thrown up a second drone at his main, or a second spore colony at his main as well, just to protect those southern drones as well. Because Yarnc really should be in there picking up as many of those drones at the southern edge as possible, but force Zero to micro those away as much as he can. Yarnc coming in here with a bunch of Zerglings as well, gonna maybe try and pick off a couple spore colonies and maybe try and get to the second colony, but a lot of Zerglings here for Zero as well, and they're not gonna be very, very effective. I don't think Yarnc's gonna be able. No, Yarnc is not gonna be able to take this down. Not at all. He's got the Mutalisk trying to do as much as he can, but now the counter Mutalisk coming out for Zero, and this should be just about GG. Way too many defenses for Zero. Yarnc not having nearly enough forces to break it, and this game is all but in the bag for Zero. If Zero doesn't win this, it would be a massive failure on his part. Virtually unheard of at this point. He's so far ahead, and with this win, assuming of course, there's GG from Yarnc. Zero's gonna go to 2-0 in his group, and Yarnc's gonna go to 1-1. Both of them are actually in the top 2 spots for in this group, so definitely both of them are looking good. If Yarnc can come up with one more win against, I think he's got to play he's got to play Washin. Yarnc versus Washin should be very, very good. Yarnc's best matchup is versus Terran, and Washin's best matchup is versus Zerg, so I'll probably actually cast that game whenever it comes out. That should be really, really sweet. So yeah, I'll go do that one, and then we've got Pure and Zero left. So as long as if Zero wins and drops Pure, if Washington win, drop Yarnc, and if those two things happen, we could actually see a playoff go down here at 2, 3, and 4 at Group B, because Zero will be 3-0, and the other 3 players will at 1 and 2. So however they do the tiebreakers, I think they do a playoff or something. We'll see who advances out of this group. So yeah, I will definitely be casting Washington, Yarnc, and probably Pure and Zero as well. So look forward to those later on. I'm probably going to go back for the rest of this week. I'll probably go back to doing some Pro League stuff unless there's some cool matches from the MSL or something. I haven't really looked that closely. But yeah, I'll keep doing some more commentaries, and GG's guys. I'll see you guys later.